Oh,
Oh, got it. All right, Jason. All right.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Awesome, huh?
What a leap. I'll grab the net. That's what it's all about right there.
That makes the heart stop, huh? Wow. That fish just came up and drilled it.
Right on that topwater bait, Jason.
Isn't that cool? This is what many people consider the pinnacle of freshwater fishing.
You got a real head shaker there, huh?
Yeah.
Just let him do its thing. That's a nice fish.
Yeah, it is. We'll wear them down here. Come on, girls, come up where we can see you.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna jump. Nice big fish here, Jason.
Wow, huh?
That's what it's all about right here.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, and this area is just rich with a muskie fishing legacy. I mean, this is ground zero for muskie fishing, especially with the Leech Lake strain.
And you got a Minnesota giant.
There, whoa. There we go.
Yeah.
There. All right.
Look at
All
that.
right.
You got a Minnesota giant.
Absolutely.
Right on the top of
Thank
it.
you, buddy.
That's what muskie fishing's all about right
Oh,
there, isn't
I
it?
tell you what, welcome to today's show. With me today is a gentleman who I would consider one of the best muskie fishermen I've ever met. Does a lot of guiding here in northern Minnesota. My friend Jeff Anderson. Now Jeff operates a company called Leisure Outdoor Adventures, which is a major guide service that handles a lot of corporate groups, a lot of one-on-one guide service as well. But they work out of the chase out of the lake on Leech Lake. And what's interesting about this area is it's such a rich history of fishing, especially muskie fishing. This is the home of the famous Leech Lake strain. But what is even more exciting about muskie fishing is you look at how rich the history is in this area, the future looks even brighter. You talk about genetics, biology, good conservation ethics. The good old days are right now with muskie fishing, and that's what we're going to touch on today's show.
This is what it's all about, Jason. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a.
Let's take a look at this
admire
big,
quick here and
huge
get her in the
muskie
water
right here.
Yeah, isn't that a beauty?
Huh? Yeah.
That's
That's
why
what
people
it's all about.
come to Leech Lake right there.
That's
Absolutely.
right. This is the fish right here that
is
you're after.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime fish for some people. But I tell you what, you can make it happen right here. Let's get this fish in the water
Yeah,
right away.
let's let her go. That's a nice long one, buddy. Go ahead, you can pull that net out of there if you want. That's a big one, buddy.
That is a big girl, isn't it?
That's what it's all about.
That is.
Look at that.
Is.
That's a big, long muskie. You know, that's what letting these fish go does.
You know, and that's really been the big story too, is just a catch and release ethic that's really gotten into muskie fishing, and probably think Muskies Inc. for a lot of that education.
That's right.
But one thing we're seeing too is, you know, obviously muskie fishermen release muskies, but we're seeing more and more acceptance and appreciation amongst the walleye crowd and the bass crowd, I think. You know, they're catching muskies by accident. I don't know how anybody could not be thrilled catching a fish like that, even if you catch it on a live bait rig. That's a heart stopper there.
This is what it's all about.
That is.
There, she's ready to go, Jason. What an animal.
Oh.
What an animal.
See you later, big girl. Thank you, my friend. You called the spot.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, you know. And the really neat thing about that animal is that fish has probably been caught before, I would imagine, you know, and you know, you were talking about, you know, the catch and release efforts that are going on in the fishing world today. Now is the time to come out and catch those fish. There's no better time than right now to catch an animal like that.
Absolutely. You look at the size of the fish and you look at how many fish are getting caught right now. Right now, this is the golden age of muskie fishing. It has to be, because you look even like 25 years ago, remember when a 40-inch fish was a once-in-a-lifetime fish, and just catching a muskie was a big deal, and a 40-incher was a trophy. Then it was 45, 48, now 50-inch. Now people are trying to chase that 55-inch mark. The size just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The fishing just keeps getting better and better. And this here is ground zero for muskie fishing.
And we just experienced it right there.
All
Congratulations
right.
on
Let's make
a
a few more casts. That wasn't
Yeah.
the fish of 10,000 casts.
No, that was too fast.
I wouldn't mind making 10,000 casts with you, though.
Let's get back at it.
Jason Mitchell Elite Series Rods brings you the Daily Log Entry.
Got him?
Got him. All right.
All right. We're all right, Jeff.
All right.
Okay, which way is he gonna come? Come out the backside? All right.
She's a really feisty one. Let's grab the net and we'll get her in the net.
Nice fish, Jeff.
Yeah. Boy, what a day it's been, huh? Lots of bites, lots of fish. You know, it's not a giant, but...
No, it's exciting though. It's...
Look at that. All right, we got him. All right, buddy.
Beauty.
In the net, let's get him unhooked and take a look at him.
There, got her out.
All right.
There. Isn't that a thick fish? That's a Leech Lake strain.
Yep.
It made this area famous. I tell you what, I'd like to thank you so much. Let's get this fish in the water here right away.
Yeah, let's let her go.
And I really want to thank you for showing us what these opportunities are all about.
There's photos of just huge stringers of fish on this lake. It's always been known for muskie. It's always been known for walleye. And then they had that unique rowboat experience out there on the lake. And so early on, I think that was the major reason people came here, was for the fishing experience. And it's never changed. I don't think it's ever gotten poor except for that one period of time, and they've corrected that. There's photos of a muskie, I believe they call it the muskie jamboree, I don't remember what it was, but they probably got 50 muskies in the 50-inch range hanging on a pole, and in a period of maybe 1 week, the muskies were on fire here in this lake and they were catching them. And if you've never catch or fish for a muskie, it's a real experience, you know, to throw that heavy lure out there and watch a 50-inch fish follow right up to your boat and turn around and go back. It almost looks like an alien out there, but boy, if that doesn't get your heart pounding, I don't know what will. And we have the premier muskie fishing area, I think, in the country. There's lakes all over here you can go out and cast and catch muskie. You can go out and have a great walleye experience. You can go out and have a great crappie experience. But there's very few times I've gone out here and not caught fish. And that's what I really enjoy. And that's probably the main reason why I'm here, and the property's here, is because of the fishing.
There's the fish. Got him? Got it. All right, Joe. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, fun one. I knew we were going to catch one here. Not a big one, but a muskie, Jason.
All right, I'll give you a hand here.
A real leaper. Whoa! That's what muskie fishing's all about. Oh, and she hooked herself. You got to go for her.
Yep.
There.
There.
All right. Let's just get her unhooked here. Yeah. A little bit wrangled up. There we got her. Well, you know, Jason, earlier you caught a 53-incher, and you know this one's probably a 32-inch fish, and you know this is where that fish started. Is right here, this size.
Let's touch on that. How long it takes for these fish to get big. That's pretty remarkable in the sense that catch and release is so important, because these fish are going to get caught a few times in their life in order to get 50 inches.
That's right. Well, let's get it back in the water.
Absolutely.
And I'll just touch on that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's just let her go here. She's a little whippersnapper. She's not quite ready there. And usually when they can sit up on their own like that, they're all right. Her jaw's a little bit beat up, but you know, Jason, that's exactly right, and that's why our fishing in Minnesota is just the best it's ever been, is because of, you know, angler education, Muskies Inc., all those different factors that have played into that, you know, have taught us that we let that fish go, and you know, in 13 to 16 years, they're going to be the size of that fish that you'd caught this morning.
You know, on average on a lot of these lakes, how long does it take for a fish to reach 40 inches?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a big fish. How long? How many years?
Yeah, you know, 40 inches, anywhere from 8 to 9 years, and then, you know, and it depends on the body of water, how fast they grow in the forage base. But you know, we're fishing natural muskie lakes here in Minnesota right now, and they're growing, they're big, there's a lot of bait, and there's no better time to catch those big fish.
Let's touch on catch and release too. You know, there's obviously a lot of different opinions, and with muskie fishing, it gets pretty emotional because people care so much about these fish.
Yeah.
But there's some do's and don'ts with releasing fish. Obviously, you want to keep them in the water, get them unhooked right away, but Well, let's touch on how to care for that fish. Everybody wants their photo taken with a big
Sure.
fish, and there's nothing wrong with that, but at the
Yeah.
same time, let's talk about how to keep those fish alive.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, if you're going to fish for these animals, you have to have the correct tools. You owe it to our fisheries to have the correct tools. One, have a big net. This is your live well right here. You get that fish in the net, you just let them sit in the net, let them get in the water. Get your release tools, hook cutters, pliers. Have your camera ready and get them unhooked. Have them out of the water for as long as we just did. Let them back in the water, and that fish someday is going to be a 53-incher, just like that giant you caught this morning.
Absolutely. You know, another thing too is a lot of times too, after you do release a fish, they'll have a tendency just to, you know, lay underneath the surface for a while. And so that's the thing too, is when you do release them, don't release them where all the pleasure boats are running.
That's right, or at least follow that fish till it decides to go down,
goes
because
back
it's
into the
just
weeds,
relaxing on the top, because fish will get run over by boats. So
Yeah, pretty special fish.
absolutely, big or small, I like them all. Oh, cool.
Got him? All right, Jeff. Nice work.
Look at that, Jason. Boy, we got on him pretty good. Oh!
Whoa!
Hey! Hey!
Get in the net. I'm getting the net.
Oh, she's a spunky one. Boy, this bite is just so fun, isn't it, Jason?
It is. It's one of my favorite things.
Look at that. Boy, they're a fun animal.
They are a special critter, aren't they?
You ready with that net?
I'm ready.
All right.
There we go. Oh, I botched her. I botched her.
Holy buckets. Well, that was a nice fish, you know, and
it
that's just a
was.
quick release, so.
Yep, and that is muskie fishing, highs and lows. But the highs are high, that's for sure.
Let's get back at her, they're biting.
Don't throw me out of the boat. Fronts moved in throughout the day, the wind switched several times, and as the weather changed throughout the day, every time a front came through, the bite picked up dramatically. We focused on two types of locations, shallow rock bars and shallow sand that had sporadic cabbage. When we started the day, one of us threw a topwater and one of us threw a bucktail. But as the day progressed, we saw a lot more fish on the bucktail. On this particular day, we saw a lot more fish positioned over the sand, and burning bucktails was the ticket.
Yep, and then it gets tough.
And then, yeah.
Got him. All right. All right. Muskie, muskie.
There we go, Jeff.
I'm just going to sneak by you here, Jay.
Okay. That was a cool strike. Good fish, Jeff, good fish.
Good one. All right, all right.
Whoa. Hang on, girl, hang on. Come on. See ya.
You've been hot, Jason.
Boy, I tell you, you put us on them.
Nice fish, buddy. This is what it's all about right
Oh,
here.
I tell you what, I'd like to really, tell you what, you know your muskies. You're the one that's picking the spots. And
We'll just bring her. Whoa. She's not quite ready yet. Wait her out. She's hooked good.
taking us for a ride, pulling the boat around.
You got. Look at that.
Isn't that something?
Just pure power.
Oh, isn't that cool stuff?
Just bring her head right over to me if you can. Nice and easy.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna force this niche out.
There. Whoa!
Scooped her right up. She tried to give us the 1-2 and the hee-hee-ha, but. All right,
Wow,
nice
huh?
fish, buddy. Let's get her on
Oh,
here, Jay.
that's a dandy.
She's a good beak, but here.
Hooks. There you go.
Put that out of the way and let's take a look at this fish here.
beauty.
Look at this. That's a big fat
look at
one
the
there.
back,
Girth,
I mean, that's-
she's been eating. You know, Jason, muskie fishing is just simply about finding the right structure. Throwing baits is second in my mind. You know, we're looking for edges. You know, if it's 5 to 6 feet, that's the edges, clumps of cabbage, rock piles, rock reefs, that type of thing. And you know, we're just marking those spots out, and that's where these fish ambush
focusing
prey.
on those key spots. I tell you, you're
That's
as good
right.
at this as anybody that I've ever known, but you know these waters too good. I mean, it wouldn't even hurt for somebody that's new to this just to go out when it's flat and calm and mark it out and,
That's
then,
right.
and then fish it, because these fish are definitely on the edges, definitely spot on the spot. And
That's
tell
right.
you what, you've got this game figured out.
This is another giant you got. Nice work.
Well, thank you.
Let's get them back in the
All
water.
right. Excellent.
Don't go far. We'll be right back with more Jason Mitchell Outdoors Television.
We'll just make a couple more casts on our way out. There, you got her.
I got
All
her.
right.
I'm gonna come around the other side.
All right. There you go, Jason. Look at that.
Oh,
I'm
there
gonna
we
grab
go.
the net, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, as good as I can be.
Doing battle.
There, isn't that as good as it gets?
Bring it right over to here. Oh, not quite ready yet, Jay. Try to turn her head towards me.
Okay. I'm gonna come around the other side
I would
here.
try to stay on this side.
Okay.
Bring her head right towards me.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
What a way to end her.
All right. What a day, huh?
I love these fish.
Boy.
Isn't that something? Got the pliers here.
Yeah. Jay, let's take a look at that fish, huh? All right. Look at that guy. Oh.
He's an amazing fish, and it's so good to see how good these fisheries are.
That's right.
These fisheries are in top-notch shape. You know, and Chase on the Lake is really in the center of this muskie fishing universe. I'd like to thank you so much, Jeff.
You're welcome.
Jeff Anderson from Leisure Outdoor Adventures. This is the pinnacle of freshwater fishing right here. Let's get this fish back in the water.
Let's do it. Nice job.
Thank you. Thanks for picking the spot to put us on them. See you later, lady.